Hi everyone and welcome back to another video. So in today's video, Goldtooth got an upgrade and we have a quest to go with it. So hopefully we get to learn more about him and see him in Wildwoods. So in today's update, Gary has a new look and we'll also get to learn more about his work with the herds in a new quest. And we'll have to introduce ourselves to Athena, the warrior foal, to get started. And to be able to play this quest with Gary, you must be a Star Rider, have unlocked the new area of Wildwoods, and played through where you meet the 3 Jorvik wild herds of Wildwoods. And that's pretty much all I have to say about this quest. I'm really excited to get started, so let's go. Okay, so I'm now approaching the warrior area, and here is Athena, which I don't think we've ever met Athena. So this is what we have to do to get started with the quest, so let's see what Athena has to say. You're here, everyone, the bearded one. Wait, you're not the bearded one, are you? Oops, it's just we don't meet any humans out here, so it's hard to tell you apart. I'm Athena. You must be Nightstar and Justine. I've heard about you both. Is it true that you came from the Grey World? Whoa, you had to have. There are no humans in the Wildwoods, except for the bearded one. He's not around a lot, but when he does come here, all the herds gather to hear his stories about the outside. He also helps the horses that want to leave Wildwoods to find a human friend to ride with in the Grey World. And he even brings gifts from the outside. I've got a whole collection of human treasures. I don't know what all of them do, but they're so pretty. His stories are the bestest thing ever. He travels the whole island looking for magical horses. One time he climbed into a volcano to find an Umbra. Wait, he's finally here. There he is. Oh my, he looks so different. Okay, so I guess we have to go down there and meet him. I'm really excited to see what he has to say. Huh, would you look at that? A human and an outside horse. Not seen many of your type out in these parts. Ah, but where are my manners? I'm Gary Goldtooth. It's nice to meet you. It's been a while since I was in the Wildwoods, but I sure am glad to be back. I was off in eastern Jorvik checking up on some Jorvik wild horses. Seems like I missed quite a bit if you're here. Say, you seem familiar. Have we met before? I'll say, yes, you found me a magic horse to bond with. Well, isn't that a delight? And how is your horse? Doing well, I hope. I meet so many horses these days it's hard to keep track. But as long as a human is the right one to take care of them, I know they're in a good place. Gary, I have something super important to tell you. I'm ready. Athena, how are you doing, bud? I've got another human treasure for your collection. Wow, what's this? It's silver, with 4 prongs. It must be a hairbrush. Sure, if you want it to be. Now, what did you want to tell me? I've studied all the human treasures, listened to all your stories, so I know the time is right. I'm ready to bond with my own furless squirrel. I want to go to the Grey World, Gary. The Grey World? Seriously, a pile of junk and an old man's tall tales is nothing compared to the reality of the outside. Ash, you're a big meanie. Go pick on someone your own size. Well, that's such a cute animation. Hey, this is no time for bickering. Ash has a point though. The outside world can be a treacherous place. Maybe if we took a leaf out of the warrior's book and put you up to a little challenge, that'd be fairer? A true warrior can take on any challenge and succeed. That's the spirit. Maybe you can compete against Justine and Nightstar, so you get a taste of what it's like to race up against a real outsider. Yes, prepare to be crushed. How about a pot-smashing competition? Athena might only be a filly, but in the warrior's herd everyone is treated equally. If she has what it takes, Athena will beat you and enter the Grey World. Okay, so I guess we'll follow and do what we have to do. Okay, so it looks like we're nearly here. Yup, we're back in the warrior's zone. Here you will compete in ceremonial pot smashing. Sea Star versus Athena. The outsider versus her own fiery filly. Ready? Smash. Okay, so we have to smash 30 pots before Athena. We actually get a little bit of horse XP for our horse and of course reputation with the warriors. Okay, so I guess we'll do this. I'm not sure how we're supposed to do this, if we have to just run into them. Yeah, it looks like we just have to run into them, so that's quite easy. So far, I'm beating Athena by quite a bit. Okay, and it looks like I managed to do it, so let's go and talk to Athena. You beat me this time, but I will not give up. I will keep training as a warrior and follow my dreams until the day I beat you. Oh, here comes a Willow. I wonder what Willow wants. And it looks like this is now a daily quest where we get to smash the pots with Athena and we get reputation with the warriors and again a little bit of horse XP, so I'll do this again. So last week we had that race that we got more XP with one of the herds, so I guess this is the one for the warriors. So I'll quickly do this and then I'll continue the quest. Bearded one, fate has brought you back at just the right time. Something awful is happening and we need your help. I saw it in the stars, bearded one. One of the foresters that went with you to the outside has lost his rider. That's no good. A Jorvik wild horse all alone in the grey world. Who are they, Willow? Can you tell me their name? Cedar. His name is Cedar. He's a member of the Forester herd. He's in great fear, Gary. I can sense it. Cedar of the Forester herd. I remember him. Sweet horse, gentle temperament. I'll do my best to find him and bring him back to safety. It's my duty to make sure no Jorvik wild horse comes to harm in the Grey World. I remember finding Cedar's soulmate in Fir Grove, just across the mountains. A nice young Yankee lad. Let's see if we can find out more there. Okay, so we're gonna head to the mountain pass with Gary. There's no time to dawdle. I'm gonna need some help getting around and I'll be faster on horseback. Any Jorvik wilds willing to help me out and give me a ride? The bravest horse of the wild woods will do. Any volunteers? Ash. What? I think you misspoke, Willow. Ash, you're perfect for the challenge. You always say you're the roughest, toughest horse of the wild woods. Now it's the perfect time for you to solidify that. Guess I was asking for something like this to happen. Fine. Sea Star, Justine, it would be great for you to join us. You must be mighty resilient to trek all the way out here, and that combined with your knowledge of the outside world gives you the advantage. You know, I often wonder if the wildwood stays so overgrown to keep us humans out. Would you like it better that way, Ash? Grey Worlders surely isn't all that bad. Usually I would say yes, for no Grey Worlder should meddle with the wildwoods, but you, Gary, are the exception. You've done more for us herds than you'll ever know. As for you, Justine, I've still to figure you out. Okay, was I supposed to go down here? Okay, I guess I'll take this bridge, but let's go over here and hopefully we can help out Cedar. We're here. Are you ready to cross the perilous Grey World gap? We have to tread carefully. The path to Fir Grove has been left unkempt and wild. That means no racing through, Ash. Okay, so now we will cross through it. I actually crossed through it to do the quest, and I really— oh my gosh. Okay, I guess they were right not to race through. I didn't think they actually meant that, but okay, I guess we'll go a little bit slower through and keep an eye out. How did Tomurus adapt to the outside world, Gary? She was always so full of energy. Going on the adventure of a lifetime to the Grey World was her dream. It would take a heck of a human to match her energy. Tomurus. Ah, yes, how could I forget? Paired her up with a nice girl northeast of here up in the mountains. The ground is all rocky there, just like Gallup Plains. I checked in on her recently. She found herself a good home and settled in nicely. Oh geez, I'm going way too fast again. I thought it was the end of it. Thanks, Gary, for making sure she was okay. Not like I was worried or anything. I knew she'd be okay. She's a warrior. We're fighters at heart. Hey, that's what I'm here for. Okay, we're coming up to Firgrove Village. You know the drill, Ash. Don't make a peep. Wouldn't want to scare the locals. Here we have Huck. That must be a new NPC. Hey, I recognize you. You're the guy who helped me meet my beloved Cedar. Oh, Cedar. I bought Cedar for summer camp, but now I have to go back to the States. I'm mighty sad, but I at least sold him to someone I could trust. Well, kid, we're looking to check up on your pal Cedar and his new owner. Can you tell us a bit about the guy you sold the horse to? He had a black cowboy hat and a belt with a shiny buckle. He looked like a tried and true cowboy. That's how I knew I could trust him. Last I heard, the guy was staying around Starshine Ranch for a while. I've got a relative there called Josh. The cowboy said he had some history with Josh, so they must be friends. That should be enough to go by. Thanks for your help, Huck. We'll make sure Cedar's doing all right. You know, I never felt a connection to our horse more than Cedar. Must be that funny old Irene's present everyone talks about. I hope he's doing okay. I couldn't bring myself to tell him his horse was in danger. Poor kid has to leave the island and say goodbye to his companion. Let's hope we can get Cedar back to safety. Looks like we're heading to Starshine Ranch. Sea Star, you lead the way. Okay, so we're gonna go to Starshine Ranch. Poor Huck. I could sense just how much he bonded with Cedar in such a short time. That's the beauty of the bond between horse and human. No matter who you are, where you come from, or what you believe in, on Jorvik, anyone can find their best friend in a horse. People on this island have each got a different way of describing it. Aiden's gift, finding your soulmate, but in the end it boils down to the same thing, developing an unbreakable bond between horse and rider. A horse doesn't need a human. All I need is an open field, the beat of a drum, and the wind whistling through my mane as I gallop around the wild woods. That's a fair point, though not all lone Jorvik wilds fare as well as yourself. Sometimes a human and horse bond can bring out the best in each other. I know I've seen it countless times. Just look at Justine and Sea Star. But hey, what did I say, Ash? No talking around the Grey Worlders. We actually had that bit of dialogue. Oh, what's his name? Oh, Scott Buttergood? Yeah, we actually got a peek of that dialogue last week. Okay, let's see what these people are up to. That horse, it's Cedar. Willow was right. He's terrified. I knew it was a matter of time before someone came snooping around. Back off. The Jorvik wild horse is mine. I've always wanted a Jorvik wild horse, but old Gary here thinks I'm not the right person to sell a horse to. What a snake oil salesman. My dear dad has wanted to study these so-called magical properties of these horses for some time. I'm thinking that Cedar here will be something for Dad to really sink his teeth into. Our basement will make a great home for a Jorvik wild horse. I won't let you get away with this. No Jorvik wild comes in harm's way on my watch. Are you so sure about that, partner? I can hear your bones creaking from over here. Isn't it high time you set out for your retirement plan, old man? Stop nosing in other people's beeswax and scram. Okay, he isn't too nice to us. Jorvik wild horses aren't meant to be kept in a box or a basement their whole lives. They're supposed to be able to roam freely. We should speak to the owner of this ranch, Carl Peterson. He might know what to do. Okay, so I guess we'll go up to Carl Peterson and see what he has to say. If it ain't Gary Goldtooth and Justine, howdy do and a fine day to you. What are the long faces for? Everything all right? Hey Carl, how's Lemmy doing? We're having some trouble with a gentleman on your property. He bought a horse off a kid named Huck back in Firgrove, but he's not treating the poor thing right. Is there any way you can help us out? Let me guess, Scott Buttergood, huh? It's not the first time he's rattled someone's cage, but I'm afraid my hands are tied. If Huck made the man deal, then Buttergood owns the horse. That's the gray world for you, full of mumbo-jumbo rules and technicalities. As the owner of the ranch, I've got to stay impartial to any disputes that happen on the grounds. Could get real messy otherwise, but there just might be someone else who could help you out. My right-hand man, Josh. He's had run-ins with Buttergood before. He just might know what to do. Howdy, partner. You both seem down on your luck. Did a jackalope bite you through your boot or something? I'm only pulling your leg. Huck shot me a message filling me on what's happening. Huck and I are actually second cousins once removed. I may be all alone on Jorvik, but back in Wyoming and Canada, I've got relatives for days. Our family reunions can fill an entire horse pasture. Anyway, that's beside the point. That wily dog Scott Buttergood's got a hold of a Jorvik wild horse, huh? What a crying shame, but I think I have just the trick up my sleeve. Sounds like you need to break a wild horse free. If I distract Buttergood, Gary waits and place to escape with the horses, Justine can let Cedar loose. That sucker will never see it coming. Oh, Huck, if you only paid attention to what I said. I warned him about Buttergood's ways, but listening to me isn't my cousin's strong suit. He saw the cowboy hat and boots and thought Scott was a fellow rancher. So how does that sound? Everything okay with the plan? I'll say, ready to teach Buttergood a lesson. That's the spirit. Cedar, we're coming to get ya. Old Buttergood will never see us coming. If we can get Cedar out of the clutches of the Scott Buttergood, that's all that matters to me. Yeah, nay. It almost sounded like your horse was trying to speak there, Gary. Alright, let's get this show on the road. Cedar won't be in trouble much longer. Hey, bloodsucker. You, boy, what you gonna do, drop another glitter bomb on me? Not quite. I've got a bone to pick with you, Buttergood. Your cowboy boots. I don't think they're genuine. Your Cantera leather. What in tarnation? How dare you? Okay, so let's do what we have to do. We're gonna go over here and open the gate for Cedar to get out. Okay. Cedar looks scared but relieved to see you. Cedar looks at you trembling but understands what you want to say. Okay, so we're gonna let Cedar get away, and okay, Cedar's following me. I'm gonna get back on my horse and go away, since obviously, we have to get out of the way. And that's why my cowboy boots are the gosh darn finest this side of the island, you sniveling tenderfoot. If you say so, Butterbad, my work here's done anyway. Now I can finally get back to getting that horse to my path. Who in tarnation stole my horse? Ride like the wind, Gary and Justine, yee-haw. It sounds like Scott caught on. We better get out of here fast. Seastar, Cedar, Ash, I hope you're all ready to gallop your hooves out. We have to get back to the wild woods before Buttergood catches up. Okay, so we're gonna go, and this is our little race to get back to Wild Woods. Okay, so I just completed the race. We made it. And what's gonna happen to him? Oh, okay. A bunch of rocks are gonna fall. We got away. Cedar's well and truly out of the clutches of Scott Buttergood. That Josh was a good kid helping us out like that. Couldn't have done it without him. You two. We make a great team. We're finally back on the safety of the wild woods. The Centennial will see that the horses come to no harm here. It's okay, Cedar. You're safe now. Let's get you back to your herd. Okay, so I'm gonna bring Cedar back to the herd, so a little bit down here. And everybody's together now, that's good. Cedar, what a delight to have you back in the Wildwoods, my friend. I'm so sorry that your time in the Grey World didn't work out. Oh, Jupiter, am I glad to be back. Things were great on the outside until Huck got the news that he had to leave Jorvik. Then I fell into the hands of a bad man, and everything went wrong. I'm going to stay right here in the safety of the Wildwoods until Huck can come back to Jorvik again. That's an excellent idea. Any Jorvik Wild that heads out into the Grey World is always welcome back to Tailtop Village. Now why don't we celebrate your return with a relaxing trip to the Polished Hoof? My treat. Welcome back, warrior. Did you have a totally epic time in the Grey World? Humans are strange creatures. They gather in these tiny, crowded settlements and bicker about themselves all the time. I can't imagine living like that. Wow, that sounds incredible. I can't wait to be part of that world. The outside world is a brutal place, Squirt. There's no herd to have your back. It's every horse for themselves. Gary's the only Grey Worlder with a twig of sense. I guess Justine helped too. You truly are a friend of horses. What a day it's been. Thanks for coming along to rescue Cedar, Seastar, and Justine. How will I ever repay you? Oh, it looks like we'll get Heartwood Explorer boots. We get 300 shillings? Wow. I suppose you've got a lot of questions for me. The least I can do is answer them. Not many folks know I live way out here in the Wildwoods. I keep to myself just how I like it. The herds and the animals of the forest are good enough company for me. What would you like to know? I must say, how long have you been out here? How long is a piece of string? Huh. The Wildwoods and I go way back. I was always drawn to legends of the Wildwoods in my younger days, so it only felt like a matter of time before I settled down here for good. So to answer your question, I've been here a very long time. Why are you in the Wildwoods? Now that is a good question. Simply put, the Wildwoods called for me. Since I was a young lad, I've always felt a connection to nature, the forest, the horses, a Dean's gift, or wild whispering, whatever you want to call it. I felt drawn to the wildest, most untamed parts of Jorvik. What do you do out here? Well, the Wildwoods is the only place I feel truly free, where I can be myself and do what I love, caring for the horses and creatures of the forest. The forest does a good enough job keeping humans out, being all overgrown and obstructure, but it gives me peace of mind to be around in case someone does sneak in, like yourself. Okay, no more questions. The Wildwoods may be my home, but there's one place I won't go near, the Centennial Tree. I get the strangest taste in my mouth around there, sickly like cotton candy. Despite this, something tells me the Wildwoods wouldn't be the way it is without whatever influence has taken over that tree. It's like there's a balance of sorts. I still remember my first venture into the Wildwoods. I was a part of a search party, trying to find a woman who had disappeared some years before. We never did find her, but I found peace in that long ago when I settled down here. Searching for that lost explorer may have brought me to the Wildwoods, but the magic of the forest and the wonder of the Jorvik wild herds is what made me stay. Thanks for hearing an old man out. Here, take this. You'll find more use in it than I ever will. Take care. Okay, so we got the boots, and did it go here? Yeah, Heartwood Explorer boots. They do have max stats, which is awesome. Let's try them on. So I think we're slowly getting the full outfit, because with the last quest we got the pants. I put the pants in my closet in my home stable, so I can't show you it with the pants, but I think we may have like 2 or 3 pieces now, and yeah, it looks really nice, so I guess we're gonna slowly get the full set. And it also looks like we are finally done with the quest. That was an extremely long quest. I have no idea how long I've been recording for, and I have almost no space on my computer, so let's finish up. The last thing in today's update is of course the teaser for next week. Coming next week, Pistachio needs your help again. So Pistachio was the squirrel that we met last week, and we had to do a little race with Pistachio. And I guess Pistachio needs our help again, so again we'll be in Wild Woods. And the week after that, we have the Finn horses getting released, and apparently some teasers and spoilers came out today. I haven't seen them yet, but nothing official from Star Stable, but I'm sure we'll get some official pictures and a trailer pretty soon to the release date. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I don't know if any of you made it to the end, but let me know down below what you thought of the quest. It was really nice getting to hang out with Gary because I think we've talked to him before, but we always just buy horses from him and that's it, and of course this upgrade is really, really great. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you haven't to see more videos from me, and turn on notifications so you know every single time I make a new video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys!